Hello again, and welcome back to my movie monster series. Well, next up is that green ogre himself, Shrek. Okay, so I'm going to do a pencil drawing of Shrek today rather than a pen drawing, because I think his expressions are just so fantastic and subtle that a pen might be too dramatic. Okay, so I'm going to start off with a nice round top to his head like that. His face is actually shaped like a big potato, you know, a great big shape like this away down to his chin. He's a big chin, okay. Of course, his ears stick out here as well, and stick out on stalks. You know, they'll be that kind of shape there, rounded part at the end, like that. Oops, comes up there. These open parts here, right? And then his eyebrows, his big hairy eyebrows, I'm going to make him grinning. So one comes up like that, quite high, that's the shape there, and the other one comes in about here, both kind of arched. Then below that, his big eyes, big kind of twinkly eyes has got, quite round at the top there, slight curve underneath. Then coming around there, and then this pupil doesn't go all the way to the top. Give the impression kind of staring out a bit, you know, kind of almost like a surprise expression. Another one comes in over there, but touches the top there, and then the pupil there. Okay, and he also has his eyelids like that, and then kind of lines coming down from the side of the eyebrows going down to the nose, and these kind of almost like these lines carry on like that under his eyes, kind of bags under his eyes. Now his nose, of course, very broad and fat at the front like that, and his nostrils, there's the front, kind of big, like an oval football shape, you know, and that nostril comes in there like that. So we're looking at an angle going down like this slightly, you know, and then his lines from his cheeks, because his grinning, great big mouth, and it's a lopsided mouth he has. If you start about here, for instance, you know, that distance away from his nose, you'll find that if he's grinning, it kind of goes up quite sharply, up like that. You see, it's quite wide too. And then the top lip comes in, the dip, like that, and there's kind of small, his bottom lip comes in like that, but put that line in there. Okay, he's coming in, yeah, really nicely. Of course, you get a big chin. I'll put up some shading in there in a minute. And so there's the basic shapes of Shrek's face. Look at his shoulders in just now. He's got that kind of woolly jacket coming in there, like that. Coming right around. It's very roughly like that just now. So there's a big potato head himself. Okay, so let's start to put some detail. Now before I do that, take it out of paper, because I'm doing a bit of shading and it might make the drawing dirty. Okay, so start from the top again, and I'll put a bit more pressure on the pencil. I'm using a 4B, by the way, which is quite dark. I perhaps might use a 6B for the shaded parts. He also has, of course, small, you know, green freckles up there, blotches in these. He's an ogre after all, you know, lumps and bumps and that kind of stuff. Okay, and there's the shape of the eyebrows, which I've drawn in, but of course Shrek's eyebrows are hairy, really hairy. So a few short strokes like that, fill in that space, okay, like that, going up the way. Like that, there we are. Okay, now let's move down to the eyes. the top of the eyes, with eyelashes, you can actually see some of them sticking out, so it's quite thick, like that. And then I can align for the top of his eyelid there. I'll do another one here. Comes kind of across in a flatter way and then curves down. His eyelashes sticking out. And then of course you have the eyelid there. And a wee bit less weight on your pencil for this part here. Maybe a wee bit more there. And then we can draw the pupils in. Quite dark around the outside. Like that, okay? And in the centre, very dark. And a bit of a highlight there. Leave that light because we're shading in the middle and a middle tone like that. See? It gives a nice reflected look, shiny look. Same with that one. Quite dark all the way around there. Leave that bit there and shade in the middle tone. Okay, it's quite sparkly looking now. Okay, a bit more weight on that and some shading coming down here. Let's move to my 6B and I'll put some shading in. I'm using a kind of circular motion as I come up around his eye, like that. Okay, and a little bit of shading under his eye too, like that. And same over here, a wee bit, the light's coming in this side, so this part of his face will be more shaded. Okay, but of course this part is shaded by the nose, so this will be a wee bit darker here. And of course this side of his eyeball, a bit shaded there. Okay, right, let's get the ears in now. And I'll move to the 4B again. It's there. And then down to this part, I'll shade in the centre part of the ear and then kind of fade it out as I go up like that. Okay, same here. And there's a shape and it's darker in there, and as it gets too near the light, it'll fade off. And then a bit of shading around that ridge there. So it's nice and dark coming in. Leave a wee bit highlight around the edge there to suggest the light catching the edge of it. Move back to the 6B again. I'm going to have a bit of dark shading up this side just to get the shape of his eye in here. There's a nice kind of rounded part there, you know, and it comes up into the into that part as well. You know, I think I'll go back to the 4B and you can see if it's softer for some strange reason. There you go, that's better. There we are. Okay, leave a little bit of white there too, that's like a highlight, you know. That's fine. Here we have his nose coming down, a bit more darkness in here, around the side, and a wee bit more in there. Now the top of his nose coming in there, spreading out on either side. He's got a straight line there as it curves, and like that. And then the centre part of his nose, well, first of all, let's put the nostrils in, nice and dark. And you get this line curving down there, up to the other nostril. And then the shading underneath his nose. Again, you could use a darker bit, but leave a little bit of light in there. Again, you get a bit of reflection. Like that, okay? And then put in his cheek. This nice big deep shadow in there. As his cheek kind of cuddles around his mouth, the line of the line coming down from his nose around his cheek like that. Same with this one, a bit dark in there, quite dark. And as it comes around, a bit paler than that. And then we have his mouth, a bit darker there, and then a little line coming in. Got a dark line coming up to the top here. Then his lip. Maybe shade that in a little bit, I think. Yes, that's better. And it does have a bottom lip, but don't put it in too heavily. Up to about there. Okay. And let's move now to the shading down the side of his face. We have a cheek here, so that's going to be shown by shading around this part here. Again, I'm using the kind of circular shading motion. Come down like that. And another bit around that, copying that line there. Okay. And that's all been shaded in here. And also there'll be a bit of shading under his nose too. And also the middle, the wee dimple in the middle of his lip, his upper lip, comes down like in an angle like that. Okay. There we are. He's coming on. Excellent. And it's got the bottom part of his face to do now. Let's see, move this eyeball over slightly. Now, let's try a wee slight curve there as it comes around his cheek. And then out, and then following that line down there. He's slightly, as I say, slightly lopsided here. And then this one. Around that cheek shape, and then down to his chin. Like that. Excellent. Okay, so let's do the chin now. So, the big chin, and a bit of shadow on it here. As it comes around, there's the kind of chin shape there. So we're shading around that. And it comes up lightly on either side there. And you also get kind of shading down this side of his mouth here, down his chin, like that. Because the chin does stick out a bit, and you know, it's a big solid shape, so he needs quite a bit of shading on it. You also get a bit of shading down this side of his face here. And just shade that in again quickly. He's coming on very well, I think. Excellent. Just a bit more shading up there. And a wee bit more shading in here, I think, too. Excellent. A wee bit more here like that. And we've got some deep shading under his chin as well. That kind of picks that out as well, because it accentuates the shape of it. Alright, and then that kind of rough shirt he has underneath here, and a fuzzy jacket over the top. Shade that in there. Excellent. So there is my pencil drawing of Shrek, which I think, you know, it's slightly better than doing a pen drawing, because it's a bit more subtle. Perhaps make this line slightly darker under his eye here. A few more hairs sticking up on his hairy eyebrows. Like that. But I think that's fine now. Yeah, a bit more shading in there perhaps. Excellent. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you know, picked up some tips there about how to draw and shade. But in the meantime, all the best and happy drawing. I hope to see you again.